What is up, everybody? To Reverse TV today. The state of play just concluded from Sony, and it was very disappointing. Now, call me Nostradamus. I might as well better predict the future at this point because I said that this state of play is going to be very mediocre. Square Enix was going to save Sony once again, and that's what it pretty much was. When I was looking at the live stream, people were giving us, they were saying this was an L. They was booing the live stream. They were saying, what the hell is this in the live stream consistently. The only thing that was like the saving grace was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That looks actually pretty great. So once again, it's a Square Enix covering for Sony because Sony first party is non-existent. They're just being super secretive about the first party title. So we're gonna do this one different. I'm just gonna look at my feed right now and see what people are saying about this. The first thing that pops up is Spider-Man 2. They did show more footage, more details about Spider-Man 2. Over 200 suits in the game, which I don't care about. The 200 suits. I even seen one where they had like a bootleg Batman-looking suit. I'm like, why would I want to use a bootleg Batman-looking suit when I'm playing Spider-Man? You know, the whole suit situation. I played the last game of Miles Morales in a spin-off game. You know, I kind of mainly just stuck with the default suit. And whenever I got a new suit, I would try to maybe like a minute or two, maybe do a few missions with the new suit. Then go back to the default because the default one looks the best. So I don't really care about the whole 200 suits. I don't really care about it at all. And it's just a big money grab too. I'm pretty sure a lot of these suits you gotta pay for. So I don't care about the suits. If you're a fan, a huge fan like that, and you care about the suits, good for you. But that's something I just don't care about. They literally announced an advertisement for these different cover of your consoles. It's like, who cares about this? Who cares that you can put a different plate on your console? Why is this announced as the state of play? People don't already know about this already. So, big L for Sony for this one. But I am forgetting about what they started off the state of play with. They started to play with some type of GTA looking game. People thought it was GTA in the chat until they showed this is just this random drunk homeless looking dude like stumbling in the mountains or whatever. That game looks so bizarre. It's called Baby Steps. So it's like some drunken guy in a stupor. As the title states, he's taking baby steps to cross a mountain, and it's like he's falling down taking falls, falling down hills, and it's like, what is this nonsense they're showing? I don't know, but you know, Sony opened up with that garbage looking game. That might be popular with the streamers who like to yell out in their videos. I mean, they got a lot of followers, so that might be something that works. But to the average person, that game looks trash. So, I don't know. Definitely not a way to start off. They didn't show some VR stuff. Resident Evil 4 VR was announced, which, once again, I don't care about VR. They showed a Ghostbusters VR game, which is kind of like, I guess, cool for people who like VR. But where is the actual mainline Ghostbusters games for people who actually like that franchise? It's like, if you had an actual Ghostbusters game, not like some cheap VR ripoff or some cheap 4-player co-op Ghostbusters game they had before in the past, where's the actual good Ghostbusters game at a big budget? Where is that at? I don't know. Rebirth looks great. Once again, Square Enix saving Sony once again. The Avatar game looks pretty cool. It looks like Far Cry. I don't think they're doing Far Cry this year, so it's like the same people do Far Cry is probably making this game. This looks like Far Cry with blue people, so I'm down for it. But I'm okay with that. Once again, the Spider-Man, all these different suits. It's like, who cares? I don't really care. Like, I don't need to see Spider-Man or Miles Morales or Peter Parker in these different suits. This just seems like this breaks the immersion at the game. You don't even see them in their default colors or suits. I just don't. Look at this. Who wants this? I don't want this. I don't want this at all. It's like, I don't really care for this. I'd rather just use the default Miles Morales or the default Peter Parker skin. I don't care about those different suits. What else? Hey, yo, what happened? Yeah. People thought they were going to see Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin. We did see Helldivers 2, though. I mean, that game looks okay. It looks like a cool co-op game, but their expectations were way through the roof. People thought they were going to see Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin, Silent Hill 2 remake. Yeah, I guess they... Good luck for wishing upon a star for that one. The State of Mid. Got a lot of reactions to this one. Agreed, but Final Fantasy Rebirth looks solid. So he says that just to look very mid, but once again, Square Enix saved Sony because that was an atrocious state of play. Separate Ways was the only thing for me. It was literally just an excuse to show Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yes. I don't know how this is the market leader right now. How is Sony the market leader right now? Just be honest with people. Let's be honest here. When they keep making these mid showcases, well, it's like they don't really show anything that just like that really just knocks it out the park. They rely on third-party games to save them. It's like, how is this selling 40+ million consoles? I just don't understand at this point. I think it's just the casual. It's like PlayStation pretty much the Apple of this genre of the gaming at this point. People view the PS5 as like a status symbol when they're buying the most multi-plat, the most casual games. Not even exclusive games they're buying. So, but this is the market leader just showing games like Baby Steps. And they showed Foam Stars once again, that bubble bath game, which looks like a Splatoon ripoff. So, I mean, competition is good. They want to get the Splatoon money, have at it, but I don't have no interest in that. It's like if I wanted to play the Splatoon game, I would just play the actual genuine Splatoon game, not just the bootleg ripoff that Sony's trying to make. Because I'm pretty sure Nintendo at this point has to be mastered that formula at this point since they got a third game out and DLC. So I'd rather play Nintendo's version. It seems like they're mastered more than this ripoff is doing. So I like how this state of play was pretty much identical to the last state of play we got. Like literally the same games, just different previews. Real PlayStation state of play reaction. Threat starts here. This game looks fun. I dig it. I don't know what is he talking about. Let's see. Curious, what is he saying? Looks like a mud walking simulator made for PS4. That's the top. He's about the first game that was shown. Baby Steps. It looks what the F? That's what it looks like. Yes. The market leader, people. And this state of play was a waste of time. It really was. Like, this was just, what is going on with Sony at this point? When we're going to get an actual good showcase, who knows at this point? They announced Roblox. Big whoop-de-doo. The kiddos probably going to enjoy Roblox, but nobody my age, I'm pretty sure for the most part, nobody my age cares about Roblox. I guess if you got kids, good for them. They can play on PlayStation now, but I didn't care about that announcement at all. It's just like the whole summary of this announcement. The stuff I just didn't care for. Ghost Runner 2. I didn't like the first one, so I guess if you like the first one, here you go. I didn't care for the first one. My state of play review. Just this disappointed face. Oh, man. It was like... My expectations were low already, but they just make it even lower at this point with the state of play nonsense. Like, don't even announce these at this point. Just randomly just drop one. Oh yeah, and they announced you get to go to 2 parts. This Bronx and Queen is in this game now for Spider-Man 2, which is like, okay, I guess. Then they tried to put some spice on it by saying that, hey, this is only on PS5. You could switch between characters now, which is a PS5 exclusive feature. And that's like, no, that's not a PS5 exclusive feature. You can do it on GTA 5, which is on Xbox 360 and PS3. So, whatever. They're really trying to sell this game. It's like, you don't even have to do that. I was like, that feature's been on 360 and PS3 at that point with GTA, with Rockstar with GTA 5. So, the switch between characters aimlessly. So that was it. LOL. Hashtag state of play. How do people respond to this one with? I got all needed from it, to be honest. Spider-Man 2 and Resident Evil 4 separate ways. Once again, if Xbox did that, it would be the end of days. It's getting silly now. Ain't that the truth? If Xbox had a showcase that awful, we would never hear the end of it. But when Sony does it, you know, there's not that much chatter about it. Sony could just have these awful showcases, and their fanboys will still clamor about selling 40+ million consoles. So when it's like you're getting mid in return, and you're actually getting, you actually got to pay more for their services now with the PS Plus tier increase. So You're getting less for more. You're paying more for less at this point. And it's just real sad at this point. Yeah, I'm curious. I'd like more people saying about this. I still can't believe they show faceplates. Yes, the big state of play you announced. Just show some, just show some off some faceplates. Like, really, who cares about these covers or the different DualSense controllers? Like, I just gotta just face palm when I think of these decisions from Sony. Like, what is going on? And apparently, this game is being delayed. Hello Divers 2. The only other interesting game that was shown is being delayed till February. So, like, there you go. State of play is 6 out of 10. Way better sort of play than I expected. And Spider-Man 2 looking 8 out of 10. Okay. PS5 graphics. I don't know what game is this. I think it was Final Fantasy or Spider-Man. I'm not sure what game this was right here. I personally think that the majority of these Nintendo Directs and State of Plays would be better if they just didn't exist at this point. Just drop a random trailer / announcement on us twice a week, and I think people will be more satisfied. People go into these type of events with too much expectations, and are always seemingly disappointed. Yeah. Helldivers 2 shows some proper co-op gameplay as it gets delayed to 2024. That's kind of sad too, because they are increasing the price of the PS Plus online service, and it's like the big online game they're supposed to be showing off is going to be delayed. So that take a L after L at that point. Like, geez, it's just like the showcase was pretty good visual representation of the showcase of this trash game. And face down in the mud. It's like that's what Sony is right now with their content they're showing you. So I'm gonna conclude right here. No more need to roast Sony at this point. It's like kind of like beating a dead horse at this point. It's like, what was that showcase? Why was it even made? Why was it announced? Just don't even announce the plays this more at this point. Sony, they're gonna be this disappointed. It's just like pretty good summary right here. This is a good summary of that showcase. So I'm gonna include it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. If you are excited about this, if you weren't excited, this definitely didn't need to bring. This definitely need to have any hype attached to it at this point, because Sony is just like, what is going on? The so-called market leader is failing after time, L upon L at this point with their announcements, their showcases, and it's just like we're just getting the most trash looking games like this. I'm pretty sure people worked hard on this game, people, developers who made this game, but what is this? This is not a good way to start the showcase off. Like a drunk guy falling repeatedly. Okay, enough of me ragging on this game. Definitely see your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video, and thanks for watching, and peace.